the queen can be better than the three light pieces in three cases, in three major cases. The first case is if the light pieces are not well coordinated, if they are not working well, like it is in the following example. The game is Martinovic against the Firmian. White has a queen for the three light pieces, but as you can see, black didn't finish the development yet, and he's just a tempo behind, or maybe 2 tempos behind finishing this. If he manages to play bishop f6 and king g7, everything will be fine for him. After that he will start bringing the pieces out, knight c6, the other one going on c7, on e6, they will occupy good squares, and he's going to be clearly better, but this doesn't happen in the game. It is white to play, he takes the pawn on b7. That's not the only way for him to play in this situation, but it is quite a good one. Black answers with e5, trying to win something from the situation, to gain something tactically. And white takes on c8. This was his plan. He's not afraid of a takes b4, as in that case he's transferring the game into an endgame where his rook and soon after 2 pawns, because the one on b4 is going to fall very soon, are going to fight against the 2 light pieces. This is something that we're about to study later. For the time being, what you need to know is that this position is clear advantage for the first player, and even though black probably needed to go for it, most likely he would have lost it anyway. Back to the game, instead of taking the queen on b4, black reacted with a rook takes c8. Once again, if he manages somehow to do the coordination between his pieces, things would be great, but he doesn't have the time for that. After rook takes a5, white is already creating the threat of bringing the rook on the 7th rank. Black reacted with f5. If he stops this threat with rook c7, then there will be rook e8. The 8th rank can be used for the attack, and f5, intending to finally develop the pieces, would be met with c5. Not only the passed pawn is moving forward, but white is getting ready to meet the move king f7 with queen c4 check, which is disturbing the normal developing process of the black pieces. If the king goes back, then obviously black didn't do anything. White will do rook b1, rook b8, and he will reinforce his position, and soon after black would be forced to resign. While if king f6, unfortunately this fails tactically after rook c6 check, as rook a6 check, because rook c6 is just traded, and on the pin white is going to lose material, so he doesn't have time to develop, black doesn't have time to develop his pieces. Okay, after rook c7, rook a8 would be large advantage for white, most likely decisive, and after the move f5 that was played in the game, things were not any different. Rook c7, bishop f6 only move, and now the other rook is coming on a1. The threat is obviously to bring the rook over on a6, then to take this defender on f6, and everything crumbles. Black would be losing plenty of material, plus he would be checkmated. The Firmian decided to defend with rook c6, but for one rook only it's impossible to deal with the opponent's heavy pieces. King f7 was played here. Now queen b6, creating the threat this time of queen e6 check, followed by rook a7, and there was no way for black to stop it anymore. As the knight is committed with the defense of the bishop on f6, it cannot move anywhere. So g5 was played, check, king g7, rook a7, and the knight is lost with that knight. Okay, the only way to save it is, king f8, which was actually played in the game, but after c5 we have a picturesque position in which black can hardly move anything. The pawn is moving into queen, and obviously black didn't manage to develop his king side, therefore he resigned.